messages in regards to building a new earth, a earth with magnetic elements so that our homes and societies may power freely. This message is in regards to sharing a grant, a bill that the government is passing for development and redevelopment within our communities. And what I'm suggesting, what I'm proposing is that we ask for magnetic elements in these grants and these proposals of redevelopment and building within our communities. So let's get into it. Um, this is my pitch and proposal to the people of the earth that's in the phase of development and redevelopment. This is to my people in urban development, sustainable energy, renewable energy, STEM, science, agriculture, project managing, engineers, electricians, home builders, community leaders, grant writers, city council board members, humanitarians, philanthropists, women in politics, influencers, the divine feminine, and of course the matriarchs, the people that identify as matriarchal organizations or non-organizations. To the people establishing gynarchy and reestablishing matriarchy, this message is for you. This is not just about sharing a bill, but this is also about writing a bill for our own declaration of matriarchy, a 42 law of Mayab bill, a matriarchal bill. Let's take advantage of the grants that correlate with our cause. And let's also take advantage of establishing our own declaration of independence. So let's take advantage of these grants that's being wrote, and let's also write our own independence. I was shared a bill from a dear matriarch Lightfeather, on the West Coast in Cali. Some of us is finding loopholes within the decentralization of the government being defunded. Right now, what we're seeing is Trump and other figures in the government defunding certain departments within the government, and that's a beautiful thing for us. That's patriarchy falling right before our eyes, and that's what we want. That's what we advertise, promote. We want patriarchy to fall. We don't want to be ruled over by money or by government or by man. So we want patriarchy to fall. We want matriarchal systems to rise, new systems to rise, in which they systems are even balance for all and free energy for all. And this is how we bring about a free energy for all concept we build with the magnetic elements of the earth. So let's get back into it. Some bills or grants have been presented by the government that involves community development, redevelopment, and community sustainability. Our towns and communities is getting a lot of funding for this right now, y'all. And I'm going to go into that next. My attempts is to collaborate and join forces with already established non-organizations or even organizations, people with 501c3s, people with EIN numbers and or EIU numbers. A EIU number is an Economist Intelligent Unit number. The bill that I'm sharing will be posted below, and it is a housing block grant. And if you're interested, contact me and you will be one of the ones that I'll send a Zoom link to where we can further discuss the details. This bill is unique because entities can file as non-organization. This bill also highlight that it is for indigenous tribes as well as indigenous Indian tribes. However, what I'm highlighting is the non-organization aspects that this bill highlight. Non-organization is put in parentheses in this bill. A non-organization in this black ink of law is meaning an entity that's not identified by state or federal law. A non-entity in this ink of law is also defining that a LLC, a 501c3, or an organization can identify as a non-organization. because such entities under regular state and federal laws is not identified as actual tribes or indigenous organizations. So, I mean, with that being said, it's self-explanatory. I don't really have to reiterate. As if you have a LLC, if you have a 501c3, and it's in correlation, it's in regards of redevelopment or rebuilding within your community, or even rebuilding homes or home modeling or whatever, you can qualify for this grant, this bill, and this grant qualifies you to get up to $15 million to build within your community. Can't iterate that enough. Okay, so because such entities are under regular state and federal laws is not identified as actual tribes or indigenous organizations, which make this bill a huge loophole because it's given the leverage to identify as such, and the deadline for this is January 2026. So, yeah, this too is another loophole because these 501c3s, they can be identified as an indigenous organization or a tribe. So, that's great. That's phenomenal. So, yeah, let's use your 501c3. Let's join forces. I'm waiting on my paperwork to come through as well. So at this time, if you have an LLC, a 501c3, if you identify as an indigenous organization or even a non-organization, you qualify for up to $15 million with development funding. A lot of you already have 501c3s, etc. I myself am going through this application process of this bill. So I encourage you in every state, on every local level, to do so as well. On the local level, we can also pitch proposals for local city level officials. As residents in our communities, we have a say in the city budget proposal, which is another loophole, y'all. Our township city hall meetings in our towns is held twice a month to where residents can voice their proposals for the city. Residents can voice their ideas, their opinions, their input, and their concerns. One of the requirements that the city asks is that the proposals be for the embetterment of quality and life for the people. So when we pitch these proposals to build our homes and societies with magnetic elements, the main reasons in doing so leads to the quality and betterment of life for the people. Magnetic elements is free energy conduits and conductors. The terrain of the earth is a power generator and oscillate free energy in the form of magnetism. When we build with magnetic elements, our homes and whatever else we build will be indestructible, will be fireproof, will be mildew proof, will be mold proof, and tedious repair proof. When we build with the magnetic elements, our homes and whatever else we build will be indestructible. So that's grand. That's really phenomenal. Which is really unprecedented. This way of building save lives. So that's why this is real unprecedented. That's why this is so phenomenal. Um, Even when we make our cars and other transit forms of transportation, when we build that with magnetic elements, is indestructible. It's crash proof. Furthermore, magnetic elements also correlate with the human body. The human body is magnetic and is the most magnetic anomaly on Earth. Building our homes with magnetic elements, being in magnetic environments, promote cell oscillation, cell growth, and even cell revitalization. The human body is a magnet. The brain, the heart, everything about the human body is magnetic. So to build magnetic, it correlates with the human body. Magnetic elements is jasper, sapphire, limestone, lodestone, carnelian, beryl, topaz, tungsten, amethyst, crystals, molten glass, and many, many, many more. The earth provides these free magnetic minerals to build our homes and societies with for free. The earth provides these magnetic anomalies in abundance and for free. So, picture crystal streets and picture crystal cars. Picture your house made of amethyst. Imagine a amethyst city, and whatever we build, it create a force shield around it, so it protect us from any harm. It protect us from any accidents. So this is real science behind this. This is real major. This is real huge. This is evolving the way of life. What I'm also seeking to do is build a team of grant writers. What I also need to do is raise 10K for the first prototype magnetic infrastructure, not a home or a finished product necessarily, just a frame to show that magnetic current can power the structure. Since the rise of patriarchy, it's been mandated for the people of the land to build with motar. This is in all religious books. Motar is concrete. Motar is not a magnetic free energy conduit and also block the magnetic free energy current of the earth. What is under the concrete is free energy, y'all. What's under the concrete is a power generator in the form of a magnetic field. The magnetic field of the earth is magnetic terrain. This terrain, when we run our wirings for our house, when we ground the foundation to our houses, it needs to connect to this magnetic terrain. When an electrician build a home, or when home builders build a home, an electrician first find the magnetic current of the earth, what they call the ley lines, so that the home may power. So what man has been doing is building the homes, but grounding the homes with copper and zinc to run the electrical current for the house. Copper and zinc is not a free energy conduit or conductor of the earth's magnetism, but amethyst is, and crystals is, molten glass, and the magnetic elements mentioned in Revelations 21 is. So we have to build with these magnetic elements. This is what it means to be in a time of awakening and a time of revelations right now. So I'm heavily encouraging the people that's in sustainable energy, the people that's in renewable energy, the people that's in STEM, the people that's in the redevelopment phases and stages within their communities, especially on a local level. When we write these grants and when we write these proposals to get the money to rebuild for development, let's ask for the magnetic minerals that we need to ground our homes. We don't necessarily right now have to build amethyst houses and crystal houses. We can just ground our homes with these minerals, run the currents with these minerals, and our homes will power freely. So that's my every attempts and efforts to meet here every Friday at 8 with updates and with sharing more information like this, and with joining forces, collaborating with other matriarchs that's on the same type of time trying to rebuild within their communities, and trying to reestablish matriarchy, trying to build a new earth. Let's build a new earth, y'all, and let's build a new earth with magnetic elements. So tap in with me, check in with me every Friday at 8, and we can join forces. We can go live We can collab. We can do it however you want to do it. But now it's that time. Let's take advantage of this bill, of this grant. Let's get this money on a local level. Let's go to City Hall. Let's ask the board members, the people with the allocated funding, to give us the magnetic minerals that we need to build our homes and our societies with. Y'all take advantage of this bill. The deadline is January 2026. Get on it. And every state, what we seen the Europeans do, we can do. We just saw the Europeans buy like 400 acres of land and shit, make it an all whites town to where it's just, occupied by them. So if they could write whatever proposal, whatever grant that they wrote, surely we can do the same. So this to my matriarchs risings, this to the divine feminine, this to the collective conscious. Let's let's build a collective conscious, a team of extraordinary gentlemen and men, of electricians and carpenters, home builders, and let's rebuild our homes and societies. Matriarchs, re rising.